The U.S.-Mexico Border Philanthropy Partnership is a binational membership organization that brings together leaders and institutions that are located in the border region as well as from distinct areas around the U.S. and Mexico. In partnership with Foundation Center, BPP is currently developing a U.S.-Mexico border data portal. This innovative and first-ever portal documenting philanthropy in a shared region where a developed country and a developing one meet will enable nonprofit and philanthropic sector leaders to map data with a regional and binational focus, both in English and Spanish. It will show data sets for 10 border states and several demographic, socioeconomic, and other data sets to create compelling visual portraits showing where philanthropy has made an impact and where opportunities exist to fill critical needs. In essence, this tool will connect donors to causes and communities in the binational border region. The U.S.-Mexico Data Portal will be made available to the public and is designed for grant makers, nonprofit organizations, advisors, policymakers, researchers, academics, and others interested in the impact of philanthropy and collaboration opportunities in the U.S.-Mexico border region. The portal will increase the availability, accuracy, and transparency of information regarding the philanthropic sector along the U.S.-Mexico border region. It will also identify trends in donations and donor institutions in order to improve our understanding of resource distribution. The site will be built using Foundation Maps, the premier data mapping platform from Foundation Center. On screen is the full-blown Foundation map, but for the custom border map, the map will default to the border region and all the data will be border specific. So let's show you how it would work if you are interested in identifying where funding is most needed in relation to a specific geographic area. To begin, you will need to set up search parameters. You can change the location and subject area to search by typing in these two boxes in the top. Let's start with geography. We're interested in Mexico, so we're going to type Mexico in here and select it from the drop-down. And you can see that the map zooms to focus in on recipients located in Mexico. You can also see the 4 boxes at the top reflect the aggregate funding for Mexico. And this currently shows that granting starting in 2006 has totaled to about $2 billion, over $2 billion. You also have the ability to toggle between recipients and foundations located in Mexico. Now say we want to refine our search further and only focus on funding that supports employment. So we're going to type that into the subject box. You can see again that after applying that criteria, the summary boxes here at the top have changed. Finally, we're only interested in looking at recent grants data. So we're going to look at just 2010, 2011, 2012, 13, and 14. And again, you can see that the boxes have changed. So it looks like we've found 110 grants that fit our criteria. Let's drill down a little more to see the details. We can take a look at the list by foundations here who have given the most grant dollars. We can also look to see which recipients have received the most funding. And finally, we can click the Grants tab to see a full list of employment grants given to recipients in Mexico between 2010 and 2014. So let's change our geography to a U.S. border state like Arizona. And let's get even more specific and look at employment services. So again, notice the 4-box summary shows that grants going to recipients in Arizona for employment services amount to roughly $2.5 million since 2010. Now let's add some additional context to this map. The portal will have the ability to overlap socioeconomic and demographic information. Let's take a look at per capita income. And if we click here on the legend, we can see the lighter the shade, the lower the per capita income. And if, say, we zoom into Phoenix, we can see that the demographic information is mapped all the way down to the census block level. At this zoom level, we can really see where all the grant recipients are located and how they correspond with the demographics information on the map. As you can see, there are nonprofits located in several impoverished neighborhoods, but it appears that there are still many more neighborhoods that appear underserved. On the other hand, if we compare Tucson, we can see there are far fewer nonprofits located in all of the areas with a low per capita income. And you can toggle between the different demographics here below. So you can see with just a couple clicks, you can easily find the disparity of need and services for this community. I hope this brief demo has helped you understand the U.S.-Mexico Border Data Portal and its capabilities. With more than 15 million people residing along and across the 2,000-mile border, we need a philanthropic data platform that will guide and inform charitable giving that responds to the unique needs of border families and communities. We aim to support the nonprofit and funding communities with accurate information that will help inform grant-making and grant-seeking activities. We need to increase funding support for organizations and institutions to better respond to the growing needs across all sectors. We are conveners and builders of civic participation in border communities. Through this project, we will not only identify shared problems, but we will be able to craft and fund solutions. Join this call to action and invest in the Border Data Portal. Together, we facilitate better collaboration amongst funders and nonprofit organizations. Please direct any of your questions to the email address on screen, andy@borderpartnership.org. Thank you.